Hello, everybody. So, this video comes from actually the great state of Tennessee, which I actually now call home and have for the last few months or a couple months, something like that. And this actually occurred pretty close to me, probably within about 45 minutes from where I live. This occurred in a town called Silver Point, Tennessee. I actually was perusing YouTube one day and I found this video on YouTube on a channel called the Bigfoot Input, and I have linked that down in the description below. Make sure you check it out. Bigfoot Input is great. He's got a lot of great Bigfoot slash Sasquatch videos, very in-depth explanations of what they are. So you got to go check out that channel. It's pretty cool. So let's take a look at this real quick, and then we will come back and we will analyze and discuss as usual.
Do you see that? Do you see that? I'm afraid. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Valley, do you see that?
Okay, so looking at this, the first thing that I notice, and what I always look at in any Bigfoot videos, is like the actual appearance of the creature. What I mean by that is like a lot of Bigfoot videos, you can tell it's a costume right away by like the bagginess, like of the hair and the body, like around the ankles, you'll see like a costume just kind of like hanging there and moving around. So I see that in a lot of videos that are fake, and it's obvious that it's a costume. Um, it just looks obvious. On this one, I do not see anything like that. What impresses me the most here is the length of the arms when this thing moves from tree to tree. Let's take a look at that real quick here. Any second here. It looks like he's kind of peeking, hiding behind that, and he goes to move like right here. And look at the length of those arms. I can't tell how far apart those two trees are, but if you look, he's got his arms, like one arm on one tree and the other arm on the other tree going between them from tree to tree. And that's typical Bigfoot Sasquatch behavior. They'll go from one tree to the next. But look at the arms on that thing. Let's just back it up and watch that again. I mean, that's a pretty big arm stride there. And not to mention the height of this thing. Again, I don't know how far away the person filming is from these trees or how far apart those are. But just the scale of this thing, it looks pretty large. And like I said, the arms is kind of what impresses me on this. Now, I was actually able to have a correspondence. I communicated with J-Mac, who runs Bigfoot Input, and he was actually able to talk to the guy that filmed this video. He said that the guy that filmed it, he seemed quite genuine, and was a really nice, polite guy. Since that guy posted this, the original guy who filmed it posted it, he's apparently been like overwhelmed with questions from people around the area, or I'm not sure if it's people messaging him, and I'm not sure where he posted it, but he's been overwhelmed with these questions and has even had people hanging around outside of his property, vehicles pulling up, taking pictures and stuff like that. Now, J-Mac from Bigfoot Input said that what the guy told him is he originally thought it was a friend of his playing a joke on him until he grabbed his camera or his phone and went outside, started filming it. And apparently when he noticed the arm length, he kind of went, okay, this might not be my friend here. So at that point, I guess he knew it was not his friend. And so I guess what the guy did is at that point, he knew it wasn't his friend. He knew it was a, quote, creature of some type. He retreated into his house to get his gun, and when he came back, it was actually gone. So now Going back, I'm going to say that I agree with J Mac from Bigfoot Input. There are people out there saying it's fake, of course, saying it's CGI, saying it's a guy in a costume. But you have to think about this. To make a costume or have a costume made that is so good with long arms, with the height of this thing, stuff like that, my guess would be that's not cheap. Nothing's cheap these days. But to have something so detailed made or make it yourself, even the materials, probably not cheap. So, like, who has that kind of money laying around that they can just go out and spend it on a hoax? Not everyone's millionaires, and a lot of people say that all the time. Well, it's a costume, even if it's like really good. Again, who has that kind of money? So the other thing they're saying is like, oh, well, it's CGI. Well, is that impossible? Absolutely not. It's totally possible that things can be CGI. But again, you have to ask yourself, is that feasible to assume that everybody has access to software for CGI? Okay. I mean, that's probably not cheap either. And B, how many people have the know-how to construct something in CGI? I mean, yeah, there are people that know how to do that, but not everybody knows how to do that. I mean, in my mind, it's like a specialty thing. I'm a computer pro. I build computers. I work in IT for a very large technology company. That's not something I know how to do. And I mean, there are plenty of people that know how to do it, but your average person probably doesn't. Again, is it impossible? Absolutely not. So I'm going to play this through one more time for you guys.
Do you see that? I'm afraid to... Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Bailey, do you see that? Do you see?
So again, to
He
me,
just, do you see that?
pretty compelling. I personally think that this is probably real, just based upon the way that it moves, the arm length, and the creature not appearing to have any signs of bagginess that would be present if it were a costume. Completely my opinion, of course. But guys, let me know what you think, and make sure that you go and check out Bigfoot Input's channel. Again, it's down in the description below. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good night.